Annabella Cole. I'm a certified child life specialist and licensed recreational therapist, and I've worked here for over 11 years in the Children's Hospital at UNC. And we mainly are trying to help families and children cope with diagnoses, treatments, procedures that they come to the hospital for, a lot of things that your everyday normal child probably doesn't have to experience. And I'm fortunate enough to work here in the pediatric outpatient HEMOC clinic, so I get to meet and see a lot of our patients go through several weeks, months, sometimes years of treatment, and using toys and donations that we get from foundations like Zach's Toy Chest to help these children. We get to use those and have IVs on the stuffed animals and dolls, have the children check the blood pressure or the temperature, pretend that they have a central line on the stuffed animal or doll or action figure. And it really helps normalize things for the child so that they can have something they can relate their own equipment that's on them to their toys. But it also helps it not feel so much like a hospital setting. A lot of them are stuck in their rooms. They're having some toys that they can play with that are non-medical, that they can kind of get away from reality is really helpful. And that's where we need those toys all year round and not just at the holidays.
You know, our children, our families are so special, and they go through so many things that we work very hard at trying to make the environment that's comfortable for everybody. And we've really worked at trying to make the clinic basically one big playroom. We try not to take what we do too seriously, even though it's incredibly serious, because we find if you treat children like they're normal, they will be normal. They'll heal better, they'll be cured better.
All of our children appreciate things that they're getting, but a lot of it is dependent on what they're going through in the moment. So day to day, they may have a day where they're feeling okay and nothing's really scary for them, but then there may be a day that something new and unexpected is happening, and that's where I think the toys make the biggest impact.
AYA group of patients, or adolescents and young adults, I think sometimes they get lost in the shuffle and we pay attention to little kids, and our older kids kind of get left out. And sometimes I think people even have trouble thinking, well, what do you get a 70-year-old, or what do you do for a 60-year-old young lady? But I think sometimes it is a little bit more of a challenge to figure out what's good for them. Things like gift cards or brushes or makeup for the young ladies or caps for the young men. Again, it's not so much what they get, but someone has taken the time to think about their adolescents. They're not 3-year-olds, right? They're not 90-year-olds. They're somewhere in between, and paying attention to those young people is really important. Sometimes for those folks, I think the best thing is a little gift card. It doesn't have to be big, but so they can get something for themselves. It gives them that sense of independence. Right?
Zach's Toy Chest has really come in when we are starting to get really low on our prizes, our birthday gifts, our things that we give to children when they have more than one poke, when they've got 5 or 6 things that have happened in one day and they're really having a rough time. That's when we really see the biggest smile at the kid. If they've had a really rough day and we get to provide them a choice of 2 or 3 toys, it's one thing they can control. They get to pick a prize for getting through things that they really weren't looking forward to.